trying to get myself all worked up here. What am I doing? Okay, get your composure. Composure. Okay, we ready? I think we're ready. What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. I am cutting giant holes inside of this 2024 Mercedes Sprinter. Giant ones right there on both sides. Oh, damn. Wish me luck. So when it came to choosing the right pods to put on the vehicle, because there is lots of different options out there on the market, I was looking for something that gave me the right amount of depth that I would need and be super stylish on the outside. And that's when I landed on the Vanspeed Capsules, because I think they fit the body line the best. It's the style that's on here that I think complements the Mercedes sexiness of the body line very well. Like how these lines go down, they're incredibly beautiful. And this one here is the larger pod that's going on the passenger side. Yeah, I absolutely love the styling on these, right? And the build quality on this fiberglass is amazing. So yeah, these are getting glued, and they even have a bolting on option as well. I've read some mixed things online about the bolting it part. Most of them just say you can just get away with gluing them on, and the glue is super strong. So also from Vanspeed, I got their sliding bunk windows for both windows, and I believe this is the install kit for these capsules. Man, I love that blue. Looks so good. In here, so we got a card from Van Mart. That's the name of their store, the Van Mart. And there's the glue. Cool, it's Sikaflex. Wicked. So they say it takes about a 1.5 tubes per capsule to secure it on there. Comes with everything we're gonna need. Ooh, that smells good too. Ooh, I like a good air freshener. So they have a bolt-on option as well. So after you clamp it, you can drill some holes and run some bolts through it. And some of the tools we're gonna need is a caulking gun, a jigsaw, and you know something really funny? I'm looking through all our new shop tools, all these new tools, and I don't have a jigsaw. So we're gonna use a quartered one here today. We got some brand new metal blades here. Because we are cutting this one from the outside with a jigsaw, we're gonna have to make a line here on exactly where we need to cut. And we're gonna do that from the inside using this thing. This is scary because I gotta punch dents all the way around here so I can trace that with a marker so I know when we get the jigsaw out here exactly where we need to cut. So we gotta put some dents in this beautiful, oh, this is gonna suck. We need to cut this all the way along this edge on the outside. So we're gonna take this, push it on there, and put dents in it all around so we can trace it. And then obviously we just gotta connect the dots from here to here because we gotta cut all this out. Oh, that wasn't my idea. I found that one on the internet.
Punching and making some holes. Okay, I have Ivan's help again today. Say hello, Ivan. Hello. Hello, it is. So what he's doing is tracing a Sharpie mark. I don't know if you guys can see these dings here. We've punched from the inside, just like in the window install video. We're going to trace all the way around and then use a jigsaw to cut.
Yeah, so we're doing that. So the guys in that video were the guys from Cirque Supply, and they make a really rad wood insert, and that's what's inside of here is the Cirque Supply inserts for the Vanspeed Capsules. That will be coming up. I'll probably show you guys that maybe later today or maybe in the next video. We will do the bunk windows and stuff like that after these things dry. And then I'll show you guys those inserts that are going on the inside. Pretty darn sick. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. The other option would be some kind of a cutter from the inside where we just insert it and just drag it along. I don't have anything like that, but that would be an idea. Okay. Guys, this is so hard. We're gonna put one dent in here and go look. I officially dented my van. There it is. One dimple right there. We're gonna punch these dimples all over the place. Boy, that was hard to do. That was really hard to do. Something inside of my soul is telling me this doesn't feel right. Now I'm really scared to go see the outside. Oh, guys. That is so painful to see. All right, now let's get up there, mark all this stuff off with a marker, and then start taping. I think if you had the proper cutting tools, I would try to do this from the inside. There we go. One marked out cutting line. All right, we're gonna tape off the bottom down here just to keep from any shavings and stuff getting up all over the place here. That's one side all ready to cut. Oh. Freaking me out, baby. Oh, yeah, those lines are really distinctive. All right. I know what you guys are thinking. Chrome, you're not doing this by yourself, are you? No, this is definitely a two-person job. You can do it on your own. I have seen videos online where people have done it on their own, but I'm worried that this big panel piece is gonna fall down after I cut the last piece, scratch up the side of the Mercedes. So I called in Daryl, he is on his way. But first, I am gonna cut the first hole. We're doing this, guys. We're doing it. You ready? Chromie cut the first hole. Oh, that's hard. Hole number 2. There you go.
Yeah.
What up, Daryl?
How's it going?
That's good. Are you doing it? Okay, cool. I'll let you do it.
Oh, you want to do it?
I'll let you do it.
Just a little bit up in this corner. And I think we're just going to sand that corner. Perfect.
That's a big hole, bro.
Yeah, I'm not scared to cut up a brand new.
Yeah, see, I'm scared to cut up a new van. I remember when they cut a hole in this.
It's easier when it's not yours.
Yeah, I remember when they were cutting the hole in my van to put my side bunk window in. Man, I was cringing the whole time. Holy crap. We got 2 giant holes in the back of this thing. Wow. All right, so the next step we got to do here is grind all this stuff out, put some primer on all the freshly cut edges, and then start sanding the outside and then glue this bad boy on. So once we've ground down all of these edges in here, we're going to get in here with a vacuum and clean up all of these metal shavings all throughout anywhere that they have fallen down in, and then prime those lips. finishing up the edges here, using a primer. Aw. So next step after this is to put the pods up on there and mark where the pods are going to end. Just say the pods end here. Then we got to mark that line and we got to sand all that area around where the pod connects to the body and then sand the pod itself.
Now, if you notice on the inside of your capsule, you're not going to sand all this spot around here. You're going to sand where it lies, which is only going to be down this area, up around here, and then down here, which you can measure about 1.5 inches from where you drew that line. You don't have to worry about here. You can certainly do it, but you're wasting your time.
All right, we got everything sanded and prepped here, all the way around on both sides. Let's go. I'm gonna give this thing one more final wipe now that I touched it. This is just with some wax and grease remover.
Urethane, and let's put a bead down. Now, if you're wondering how much you're gonna need, they give you 3 tubes, I believe. You're gonna use 1.5 tube per. So I'm gonna start with the rear and the top. Those are the points that I'm worried about leaking the most. And then I'm going to use the remaining 1/2 tube on the bottom and kind of the front here. So let's get it done. All right, I need to turn the speed up on this thing.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Ready? How close did he go to the inside?
So let's get it done. All right, I need to turn the speed up on this thing.
You know, pretty close. She's stuck on there and it looks really, really good. Okay, how we doing in here? All right, let's just pull in and hold this tight and we'll clamp it all the way around and let it sit. Let's go. The pods are all in, it's all clamped up, and I'm gonna leave it clamped up for at least 24 hours, and then we are going to put in those bunk windows. There's only one part about this that I struggled with. That was this front seam along here. I found that the sealer was coming out and you could see it on a few spots. So I think when you do these, glue more towards the inside lip than closer to the middle. Because once you put pressure on it, it was oozing out the front here. This one wasn't so bad. The other one, well, there was a fair chunk of cleanup on that other one. But I got it. It looks really, really good. There's definitely a wider gap on this one, but that is one full bead of that sealer. And I pushed hard, man. Like this baby is in there. That sealer is super thick. Yeah, man, that's as good as we could get her. But yeah, it looks great around, all the way around everywhere else. It's just on that little front piece here. And it's not like I applied it thick. I used their suggested cut lines right on the actual tip itself. It's hard to see, but right here, see the groove? I cut it right where they suggested there, cut in the valley right there. So it was the exact width that they suggested. So, you know, we could have cut that smaller and put less glue on there, but I think that was exactly what was needed. Yeah, but for some reason, this one seemed to be out farther than the other one. But there's no water getting in there, man. That's one solid bead. But here, this stuff was oozing out, so I did a bunch of cleanup just to clean it all up. It looks really, really good, though. But this stuff was a bit messy along this seam. So in the back here before, here's where the bed would have been. Doing the bed from here to here is 70 inches. So along this entire wall here is 70 inches side to side. But now that the pods are in, your sleeping width is, it's like 80.5 inches. So doing your bed width-wise before from here to here is 70. But if you were to do like your feet in here, so if you do your mattress, so your bed stops here, your mattress stops here, then you do the little extension in there of the mattress so you can bring yourself, it's close to like 10 inches wider than right there. That is gonna be awesome. So I have an insert that goes in here. So once the walls go in, I have this wood insert that goes into here, frames out everything. These Vanspeed pods are beautiful. Here's what I mean by those body lines. So this comes in, curves around, and goes back out, kind of finishing off this panel. I think that looks awesome. And the line back here, oh, I love it. Kind of goes up and over. I don't know, I just think that this one is probably one of the sexiest, in my opinion, one of the sexiest pods out on the market for the Sprinter van. Some of them are just boxy and they're ugly. Some of them are just round and not deep enough. I think Vanspeed absolutely nailed it with this one. So the pod on the passenger side is bigger than the pod on the driver's side. I think this one is smaller on the driver's side because if this were to go on to a smaller wheelbase van, this door would come over the pod a little bit. But because mine's the extended version, the pod doesn't do that at all. But man, look at that. See what I mean about the line? Over and across. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at those bunk windows. Right here, these are the Vanspeed sliding bunk windows. Let's go. Oh yeah. So from what I understand, this is a bit of an install. I guess there's a few pieces here, some trim pieces that you gotta really be careful with. I was watching a bunch of videos on the install of these things. Hey. Those are gonna look so good and let in so much light in there. And I love it because this thing is so high up off the ground that people won't be able to peek into the window. So on my van sits a lot lower than this one. And the window's a lot lower on my van. And I always got that worry that someone's gonna get up on their tippy toes and peek at me sleeping. Wrapping this project up by putting the bunk windows on it will be really, really satisfying. This is a nice window. Yeah, and these are actually Vanspeed's window. They say right on it right there. Vanspeed. That's a wicked. Let's take a good look at the seal on here. Let's go inside of here. Take a good look. So you can tell right there where the black is, that's a full seal around there. It's sealed really, really well. See where it oozed out of here? It did that on the side too. Yeah, man, looks really, really good. As you can tell, I wedged in right there. You can see these 2 screwdrivers there. I wedged them in there just to keep the sheet metal to the body against the outside, because I found when I first put it on there, the sheet metal was bowed to the inside and creating a fair bit of gap on there. So I didn't have any wood here because we don't do a whole lot with wood, enough to make a wood wedge, but yeah, that did the trick. I think this project today was a total success, and the install was fairly straightforward. I think the average person who knows how to use a jigsaw can pull this project off. The Vanspeed kit came with everything that you needed for glue, and their instructional videos online were amazing. And there's lots of companies and lots of people who've done instructional videos, so you'll get to see different tips and tricks that other people have used. And yeah, I was fairly straightforward, and I'm stoked with how it turned out. Also, Vanspeed has a store called the Van Mart with tons of other stuff for sprinters, so I'm gonna have to go online and check that out. I seen that in their card that was in the box with all the glue, so I'm gonna have to go check that out. See what kind of more fun stuff they have for for my new home here. But thanks for watching today's video, you guys. Thank you to Daryl for coming by and taking off some of this pressure. When I invited him over, I didn't expect him to just take the jigsaw and just start cutting. I just wanted him to hold a few pieces of metal, but I'm glad that he did, because I was honestly having a damn panic attack before I started this video. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm chopping a hole in a $100,000 Sprinter. Am I insane? Anyway, y'all, keep your double V's up. Thanks for watching, and we are dropping some new merchandise soon on VancityVanlife.ca. That'll be coming up, and a huge shirt sale coming soon. All right, y'all. Much love to everybody. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.